A new guillotine buff is on the way. Looks like Kabam listened to the community on this one. Wednesday compensation wasn't good for some players. Kabam clarified the Ikaris SP3 nerf and much, much more.
My batteries are low. Who even still sells C-cells? Don't say it. No, don't say it. By the seashore.
Hilarious. Peaky Blinders Deadpool says, hello and welcome to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show for Friday. His batteries have actually run out. That's not just like a thing of him doing a joke. His batteries have literally run out. Well, I'm going to have to get some new batteries. So in the meantime, I'll just leave him hibernating, which Frank is trying to do in the next room. He's starting to hibernate. He's scrabbling at the box. But enough about that. Please hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all. Be part of the movement. We're trying to push to 60,000 subscribers, so help that movement. It's going very well. I was about to make a poop joke then, but I'm going to rise above that and move on. But yeah, we're going to give some thanks, and thank you so much to everybody that is a supporter of the channel as a Patreon and as well as a YouTube member. Thank you so much for keeping that love and support. It does help the channel keep going into the future, into the beyond, blasting off with a rocket of some kind. But in any case as well, thanks to everybody that supports on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. That's where I do a lot of my live streaming. If indeed you have an Amazon Prime account, you can give a free Twitch sub to a streamer. Doesn't have to be me, but it massively helps out the channel if you could. Thanks to everybody that gives tier 1 subs, tier 2 subs, bits and donations. Appreciate you, and I should hopefully see you tonight for another live stream. But yeah, we got to kick off the show with some news, haven't we? First of all, kicking off with Marvel Insider. What is cooking over in Marvel Insider? Well, first of all, the 125k pack gives a hell of a lot of ISO, a Grandmaster Crystal, and uncollected golden crystals. This is maybe not everybody's bag. I'm sure some people who are new to the game may be interested with the Grandmaster Crystal. That's good. There's also a 30k bundle, which is, well, kind of similar but equally naff with gold crystals and premium hero crystals, so you may look to save, but do bear in mind that is the other two from the previous month on, which I believe one of these has revives in, so yeah, you know, you can get some revives, some health potions, in particular the 125 bundle, K bundle, which is currently on at the moment and still has some time slots if you want to go and grab it. It's from Saturday Night Live, so if you don't know what Saturday Night Live is, then you probably you don't get the reference, but it's a thing. Go, right. Anyway, moving on. And this is all about clarification on Ikaris SP3. As a lot of you know, we covered this on Wednesday, because it was looking like if you were doing the sums, that you could reach exponential amounts of attack rating and also attack rating based on incinerate debuffs. So, where are we up to with this? Well, you know that we covered this in a video and the stats were changed, they reduced down before the champion has been launched in. Kabam have actually kind of gone further to clarify this, saying the bonus attack rating Ikaris receives based on the number of incinerates on his opponents is being updated, as is the bonus attack rating he receives for each unique buff on himself. He was originally showing different numbers than were intended after his final tuning, but they should now be corrected. For a rank 5, level 65 5-star Ikaris, his SP3 should now read true damage attack that applies a bonus plus 744.6 attack rating per unique buff. Currently on Ikaris was previously displayed as 1241, and then the same thing with the attack rating for per incinerates, 297.84 attack rating, which was previously 372.3. I don't think it takes away from the fact that the champion is going to be good and is going to do damage. It's just one of these things where it's not going to do above and beyond a little bit more damage than it's well, was meant to. And testing of this champion, I think we're able to, for the CCP, release this sometime next week or the week after. So yeah, look out for videos and content about that. But I don't think it's going to mean too much. And then maybe a deep dive. This is the other thing as well. If Dave is doing a champion deep dive for, you know, Doc deep dives, then I wonder whether or not it will be displayed at the different rates, because those deep dives could actually kind of give off a more extensive damage overview than we might think. I find it very weird that the champion, we haven't had deep dives just yet. So maybe it's the case they might have to be redone again. And if that's the case, oh god, I feel sorry for Dave. Now let's talk about compensation. Yes, compensation. Compensation has been something that went out on Wednesday, something that's been asked for a while now. And the biggest problem with it is people's expectations are very high. Of course they are. It's not still been a smooth running of the game, and especially running up to the maintenance yesterday. I just think that the game on a weekly basis has this kind of like rotation where by about Saturday through to the Monday or Tuesday before there's a server maintenance, the game is just terrible. It's just unresponsive. It is, I was gonna say unathletic, but it's like it's just the case, like it's just unresponsive. The enemy AI just seems like it needs like a just shaking up because it's not responding well. It's passive, and it's passive and defensive, and at the same time it's not throwing any kind of special attacks. But in any case, a lot of people were looking for more when it comes to this compensation, even like when pressed on the questions about AQ and AW compensation. Mike says, I just mentioned how we're doing in the post. This is why we're going with a generalized package based on the difference between before and after resources used based on the existing content. Further, the AW and AQ comp have not changed calculations at all. We started them early and have kept them going. They're probably a little bit much considering nobody is using all of those resources, but we're not going to change them now. I would say with that one, it's important to go look at things like the glory that is being given out, and then allowing to kind of like increase the volume that you can have. That would probably be like a better thing as well. There's definitely a lot of things that needs to be still addressed with the game when it comes to functionality, performance, and compatibility. Always a massive talking point, especially because a lot of players on various different devices are experiencing different things. Regardless of Kabam going, this is just iOS exclusive for this particular parry dex controls issue. Like, we get it, we do get it, but there's the biggest problem is a lot of other people with a lot of different devices and operating systems do come underneath that umbrella, which we've talked about in the past, and this is why we definitely all need compensation, or we need a helping hand when it comes to revives and health potions. It's just a disappointing side of things to see such a little amount at times, and yes, that is the amount that everybody was given. I gotta be honest, I'm in a different stage of the game when compared to a lot of other people, and I don't know if anybody kind of shares the same way where I am at, and that's, I don't care about compensation anymore. I just want the game to run. I can go into arena and grind extra units to kind of cover any kind of revives from like things not working, but I just tire of having to go, oh great, I've got some more AQ stuff, I've got some extra glory, I've got, or even these, like, yeah, okay, revives are great, health potions are great, energy refills, great, fantastic, you know, I shouldn't really kind of like, but I just want to see the game back to where it was. And I'm talking like the May quality up until that point where the enemy AI flows fine. I'm talking like throwing special attacks, hitting to block, not countered by special. You know, you've got responses. Like when I hit down on the screen and block, I want it to block. I can go to any other mobile game that I play and it does that. I even showed that on stream the other night where I went from Marvel Contest of Champions where they're hitting down for blocks and you can hear like the tap of the block even before the champions even reached, the enemy champions reached me. And then I'll go to Marvel Future Revolution and everything when it comes to tapping, coming to like just movement, coming to just response is there and it's clean. And that is using a 2021 iPad Pro. So there's a lot of things that still like, you know, up with this game when it comes to, you know, response. And as well, just like, so taps a lot, as much as I trust it, I don't know if it gives like the full data to everything that Kabam should be testing and looking into. But you got to be hopeful for the future. And at the same time, compensation, man. And it's the thing for a lot of players, they're not alone with the same thought process on matters. Like as Dangarang says here, block instead of Dex. Yep, block instead of throwing SP3. Dex into not working. Lag between commands causing full combo in the face. And parry timing messed up. Absolutely, that is what a lot of players are experiencing. Now I really wish Kabam the best in sorting the game out and making it good for players again. It's also very surprising because there's a lot of job vacancies in the Vancouver offices. Now it is a bigger office, so it could mean that their staff is more wider, but there is a broad spectrum of things like game engineers, as well as things with the server side. There's lots of kind of technical things as well when it comes to job vacancies, and there's a lot. It is a lot of job vacancies. It doesn't stop. It really stop there, but it's like that's a lot of job vacancies for this game, especially considering the fact that well, you know, this is meant to be like quite a market leader game. Man, scary times. And now we move on to a very important topic, and that is the Guillotine buff. By the way, in the previous story that we covered, 50 jobs, nearly 50 jobs in Kabam, front end of production and back end of production. That's a large amount of job vacancies in very key areas. But in any case, we've got to talk about Guillotine. And as a lot of you know, the buff came in and it was not the best. It was good. On paper, it looked like it was going to be good, but it just didn't really hit too well. As a lot of you know, with the build that we had, it was a thing. And so the biggest changes Kabam are going to put in, because they're going to rework Guillotine again, is that new Unshackled mechanic will increase her special attack effect and make them unblockable if she has 10 or more souls. Okay, cool. Bleed Curse on Heavy, giving you guaranteed bleeds and thus guaranteed souls if you strike an opponent with any hit of a special while active. Guillotine can now apply ruptures instead of bleeds to bleed immune opponents. Excellent. Moved regen from random chance to be all the time but lower potency. That's nice. That's the element of stuff that we were kind of wanting to see from the old build to the new build, and stuff seems better. The future plans are, upon review of Guillotine's initial performance, the team determined that she could benefit from some more regeneration in the future. While the team is satisfied with the current state of most of Guillotine's kit, they will be keeping a close eye on her healing during an average fight. The team is approaching the continuous form of healing with caution and some reserve when it comes to tuning. Why? Currently, the team will continue to examine all available data and will endeavour to release a buff for her regeneration at some time in the foreseeable future. Rest assured that the team will prioritise this as much as they can. What are we talking about? This scared of regeneration? What, are they scared of the fact that she might be able to regen a little bit more? And look, is people going to be like absolutely abusing her and taking into like Abyss of Legends and absolutely cheesing content all the way through? No, that's not going to be the case. A little bit of regen never hurt anybody. I mean, look at Wolverine. Look at your various other smorgasbord of champions that are able to regen. Bishop with the way he's able to regen. You know, there's so many champions that kind of I don't know, silly. Below are the main statistics of the team using the track Guillotine's regeneration per second. The graph tracks how much a champion regenerates on average at a consistent scale. Regen per second for Guillotine versus others across pre-rework. Yeah, that's a good. But you got like King Groot and you also got Blade. Like you got no problem with regeneration. Yeah, regeneration on Diablo. Is that kind of like the one that's got the highest scale of regeneration? What's this other side here? So right cap. So what are they saying? Are they saying Diablo's got the most when it comes to the regeneration, and then others have got like slightly less? I don't know. Blade? Why is Blade so low down there? Blade can literally just like, if you've got high signature, but what factors does it determine in? Signature? Does it determine rank? What is all kind of like base? Oh, man, they need to explain these things a little bit more before just going, here's a graph, and then after the rework it's there. So it was like it's now there, but before it was there. So it's not even where others are. Come on, put it up to where others are. In any case, I digress. Without going too much specifics into it, there's going to be an AMA session, which is Friday, November at 11 AM PT to 12 PM PT. And this, I guess it's going to happen on the thread right here. So yeah, please hold all questions and thoughts to then. Okay, so yeah, if you want to jump onto the forum, this thread link, then yeah, do that on Friday at 10:30 AM PT time. I think that's 5:30 PM. And make sure as well to check out some other content located on the screen. Thanks for watching the show today, and I'll see you on Monday for another show. Lots more content still to be posted on the channel, but the show, the Marvel Contest of Champions new show, the MCN, is done for the week. Thanks everybody, bye bye.